The early 1970s were a period of intense exploration for Italian design studios, exploring new forms and technical solutions. The fuel crisis, rising car speeds, and a growing awareness of the role of aerodynamics led to design becoming subordinated to science. One of the key events of this era was the opening in 1972 of the world's most modern wind tunnel by Pininfarina, enabling the testing of full-scale cars. This facility, built over nearly 6 years, was the first of its kind in Italy and one of the first globally. It formed the foundation of the Ferrari Studio CR25 project, a concept intended to demonstrate the potential of combining technology, aerodynamics, and the prestige of the Maranello brand. Pininfarina's wind tunnel wasn't just a tool for improving existing models, but a laboratory for the future. From the planning stages, it was envisioned that it would be used not only in automotive engineering, but also in aviation, architecture, and industrial engineering. This allowed designers to test forms previously impossible to verify in realistic conditions. The Studio CR25 was one of the first and most spectacular results of this work. The car was unveiled in the fall of 1974 at the Turin Motor Show as a demonstration of the studio's technical capabilities and proof that aerodynamics could go hand in hand with the elegance and luxury typical of a Ferrari. The Ferrari Studio CR25 was designed by Aldo Brovarone, one of the most influential designers working for Pininfarina at the time. The two-door coupe's bodywork was radically different from contemporary Ferrari models, yet retained their distinguished Gran Turismo character. A key parameter was the drag coefficient of just 0.256, a sensational figure in the mid-1970s. This figure gave rise to the CR25 designation in the concept's name. Its sleek silhouette, low bonnet line, and carefully sculpted rear end gave the car the appearance of a design more designed by aeronautical engineers than classical designers. The aerodynamics of the Studio CR25 were the result of a series of conscious design decisions. The front bumper was specially enlarged and integrated with a spoiler, allowing for better airflow management under and around the body. The rear of the car was deliberately raised, and a wing was incorporated into its shape, improving stability at high speeds without the need for protruding elements. Designers also took care to reduce wheel turbulence by using specially designed rims. One of the most unusual features was the air brakes, concealed behind the second pair of side windows, activated to increase aerodynamic drag during braking. In terms of dimensions, the Ferrari Studio CR25 was remarkably modern, measuring 480 centimeters long, 192 centimeters wide, and just 118 centimeters high. The car possessed a low, dynamic profile. Its 270-centimeter wheelbase clearly indicated its kinship with the 1972 Ferrari 365 GT4 2+2. This platform was later developed into the 400 and 412 series Grand Tourers. Unlike many concepts of the era, the CR25 wasn't a pure demonstration experiment. Its proportions and interior layout suggested real-world road use. One of the most surprising aspects of the Studio CR25 was its functionality. Despite its futuristic silhouette, the 2+2 configuration was retained, offering space for 4 adults. Each passenger had a separate seat, underscoring the design's luxurious character and its affiliation with the Gran Turismo segment. This approach perfectly aligned with Ferrari's philosophy in the first half of the 1970s, when the brand increasingly developed a range of comfortable, fast cars designed for long journeys. The Studio CR25 was intended not only to impress with its appearance, but also to suggest a new direction for Ferrari's road cars. The Italians kept the concept's full technical specifications secret, which continues to spark speculation. However, analyzing the chassis, it's highly likely that a naturally aspirated V12 engine was planned under the ventilated front hood. The most logical candidate would be the 4.4-liter unit, found in the Ferrari 365 GT4 2+2, developing at least 340 horsepower. Such a powertrain would perfectly complement the car's character and fully utilize its excellent aerodynamics. However, it's uncertain whether the concept actually features a working engine. The Ferrari Studio CR25 served primarily as a technological manifesto. It wasn't intended for production, but rather as a testing ground for solutions that could find their way into future production models. Many of the concepts incorporated into this design, integrating aerodynamic elements into the bodywork, reducing drag, and ensuring high-speed stability, would become standard only decades later. The CR25 was ahead of its time, demonstrating that a luxury GT could be as aerodynamically refined as a race car. Compared to other concepts from the 1970s, the Studio CR25 stood out for its maturity and lack of stylistic exaggeration. Instead of aggressive edges or futuristic gadgets, it opted for pure form subordinated to function. This makes Broveroni's design look fresh and cohesive to this day. At the same time, the presence of the Ferrari badge gave it added significance, a signal that even the most conservative supercar brand recognized the potential of a scientific approach to body design. Today, the 1974 Ferrari Studio CR25 remains one of the most intriguing yet least known concepts in the history of Pininfarina and Ferrari. It symbolizes a watershed moment when the designer's intuition began to be supported by hard data from aerodynamic research. Although the car never saw production, its influence on the way Grand Tourer design is undeniable. The CR25 proved that the future of high performance lies not solely in engine power, but in the harmony between form, function, and engineering.